Hey friends, thanks for tuning in. I hope your new year is starting off well. In Matthew chapter number 7, verse number 12, Jesus lays out in one simple verse what is often referred to as the golden rule. He says, "So whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them. For this is the law and the prophets." Of course, now Jesus is speaking to a very religious people, and he will have a great deal of conflict with the Pharisees and religious rulers. And it was always about who kept the rules. See, they missed the intent of what the law was for and what the writings of the prophets were declaring. And he says it right here. How do you want to be treated? Treat others the same way. I mean, think about it like this. How much grace do you need in your life? Be that gracious. How much mercy do you need in your life? Be that merciful. How much do you want to be loved? Love that way. See, it's easy for us to get into the trap of saying, well, I'm going to treat people the way they treat me. And so we spend our lives keeping records and making sure we pay people back for their hurts and their slights. But Jesus is saying, no, it's just the reverse. It's not how you have been treated, but how you would like to be treated. In the epistles, Paul tells us that, we are to be selfless, that we are to put the needs of others before our own needs. And so really, when we experience Christ, who is our life, and allow him to live his life through us, we know it's always going to be expressed in a way that looks, sounds, and acts like Jesus. It's not reciprocal, us giving people what we perceive them to have given us, good or bad. It's us realizing that we have this new empowerment to live in an intimate relationship with the divine presence, his life in us, that we might love as he has loved us. That as Christ came and loved us when we were unlovely, loved us when we were his enemies, how he endured great suffering and went to the cross. And when even his closest disciples would abandon him, he went and he became what we were so that we could receive who he is and now be expressions of that same life. Now, the trouble comes in when we think of ourselves in a self-righteous mindset. The self-righteous always despise the grace of God. The self-righteous Pharisees and religious rulers didn't like Jesus hanging around with sinners and tax collectors, publicans. They didn't like it at all because those people didn't keep their rules. And they felt righteous apart from him, apart from God, based on what they did. And so they felt completely entitled to be judging and condemning of others. And Jesus says, no, there's a new paradigm. That when we all recognize we are deeply needful of grace and mercy, we give grace and mercy. And without ever being, conscious of the law and the prophets, because we don't live under the law, under the new covenant. We don't need an external code. We have something better. We have his life in us. And so we choose now to treat others, to love others the way we desire to be treated the way we have been treated. And in essence, we end up fulfilling all of the law and the prophets. To love like Jesus, to share his message, is to attract the same kind of people. And that's our great privilege, to live in a responsive relationship to his indwelling presence. The golden rule: whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them. You are not waiting for them to respond. You're initiating. You're allowing him, who is your life, to express his life through you. Have a great day. I love you.